morning, Michael. Good morning, Charles. I hope that you are well. I did not hear back from you last week, but I know that everyone is busy at the end of the financial year. So I thought in the meanwhile, let me do something interesting to show you what I am capable of in doing IoT projects and such sort of thing. So, just a sec. This is an ordinary Nespresso capsule coffee machine, but this is not an ordinary Nespresso capsule coffee machine. It used to be. You see, I am a rather heavy sleeper. As Newton said, an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an outside force or whatever the case may be. Now, normally my alarm on my phone is not really the best force to act upon me. I tend to sleep through it. So I figured, what does get me out of bed in the morning? And that is coffee. Now, instead of trying to force myself to get up from bed, walk to the kitchen and make myself coffee, I figured, what if I used technology to do it for me? So what I have done to this poor old coffee machine is connect it to a Raspberry Pi to determine firstly when sunrise is, and then make me coffee at that time. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, first I need to plug it in. So what I have done is I have I have connected the GPI opens of the Raspberry Pi to the switch that switches on the coffee machine. Now this particular model has the same switching it both on and actually making coffee. So what I've decided to do is write a program that shorts out the pin and then waits 35 seconds and then shorts it out again, half a second each time, as if to simulate pressing the button. So the machine functions as per normal. I did not have to change any of the other parameters of it, and this has allowed me to do this project in a reasonably short time. It only took me about a day and a half. So let me show you how it works. Now, I will by no means pretend that this is the most sophisticated software in the world. I just slapped this together as fast as I could. So at the moment it is 25 minutes past 9 in the evening. So it is not actually sunrise, but let's just suppose that it is. But inside the program, I have a database of when the sunrise and sunset is for every day of this year. But now, just for today is the 39th day of the year. So I'm just going to change the time in the program to, it's now 21:26, so let's make it 21:28. 21:28. The program sees which day of the year it is and what the date is. It gets that from the internet, hence this ugly cable hanging down. Unfortunately, I could not connect the Raspberry Pi over Wi-Fi. This is an old model that does not support it. I tried to get hold of a new one, but they are out of stock everywhere I checked. So, well, I'll just have to make do with good old-fashioned Ethernet cables. So, of course, naturally, whenever one is about to go to sleep in the evening, you just need to load up the coffee machine, because unfortunately, I did not make a robot that is able to deal with cups and such. But I would love to one day build a robot that can pack out the dishwasher for me. How lazy we have become as humans that we no longer want to do the dishes by hand, but we also want to have them unpacked by a machine. But that is the way that we move forward, and that's how we free up time in our day to do other things. 100 years ago, we had to take a horse when we wanted to go somewhere, and that used to take ages. So every single minute it checks, okay, what time is it? What day is it? And then once it is the same time as which it knows that the sunrise is going to come up, it activates the switch to allow the machine to come on. So just suppose that I'm sleeping here. The machine checks what time it is. It sees that the sun is about to come up, and so it switches on the machine, allows it to preheat for 35 seconds, and then it will switch it on again to make me an espresso. Will wake me up. There we go, we heard the click. So now the machine is busy preheating. And then as soon as it is preheated, it will start making the coffee. And we should hear a delightful noise. Delightful drone that should wake me up, along with a delicious aroma wafting through my bedroom. It is like sleeping in a coffee shop. Except without all the hipsters. And now that I've woken up, I can be sitting in bed with this coffee machine on my bedside table and enjoy a delicious espresso without having to get out of bed. Now, certainly, I would not pretend that this is a mass market ready product. I don't think your coffee machine is coming to your bedroom just today yet. I mean, there are even some exposed contacts in it somewhere. I'm reluctant to touch inside of it. Please don't tell my mother. But this is definitely an interesting project, and I think it shows that what one can do when you merge different technologies, something that is a fully fledged computer and something as basic as a coffee machine, to make our lives easier and make our lives better. And I hope that I can do the same with your company that is moving into IoT. And I think that we can do some wonderfully exciting things together.